Throughout the Donkey Kong series, we've gotten some really cool methods for attacking: rolling, jumping, throwing barrels, but one game gave us more. One game took something as innocent as fruit and weaponized it.
Okay.
Donkey Kong 64 introduced the Kong's arsenal of fruit-based weaponry, with each playable Kong in the game getting a different fruit and style of shooter. Have you ever given these any thought? I mean, how fast does DK's coconut shooter actually shoot those coconuts? Would it be fatal? Would it just hurt? Would it even hurt? Which one of the Kong shooters is the best and most powerful overall? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. This is Overthinking It. Today's episode of Overthinking It is sponsored by Retro Pop Relics. If you're looking for a way to spice up your gaming setup, getting one of these oversized cartridges is definitely the way to go. They have multiple consoles and games, but you know I'm partial to N64 and Rare. I'm loving my Donkey Kong 64 and Banjo-Kazooie carts. Go check out the store and order yours today. Use code JIGGY at checkout or hit the link in the description for 10% off your order. Now back to the episode. First, we're going to start out by breaking down the shooter types. So we technically have 6 characters with different shooters, and I hear you already going, wait, 6? Yes, 6! We have 5 Kongs, but if we take enough Banana Fairy pictures, we can unlock Crusher the Kremling in multiplayer. His shooter is the same as Chunky's, but shoots a different fruit. So when we get to Chunky's, we'll cover the alternative fruit. Starting with Donkey Kong, we have the coconut gun. The original placeholder for this gun was a double-barrel shotgun, so we can assume that that's what it's based on. True to its name, it shoots coconuts. Then we have Diddy. His shooter of choice are the peanut pop guns, which seem to represent dual pistols, and obviously shoot peanuts. Lanky Kong is a goofball, and his shooter of choice is a grape shooter. Essentially, this is a blowgun that shoots out grapes. To be fair, the grapes are pretty big, so they definitely have seeds. Tiny Kong carries the feather bow, a crossbow-like shooter that launches feathers out to stick into enemies. Chunky Kong carries the giant pineapple launcher. This bazooka-like shooter launches pineapples for days, and the alternative Crusher version launches orange grenades. Now that we've established what each Kong's style and fruit is, let's see which one of these will be the most effective, and will they be capable of landing a fatal blow. Obviously I don't have access to excessive weaponry, but for this I decided to test out the different ammunition types in real life using nothing but my throwing arm, and this makeshift target. Nothing really scientific about it. Basically, I just wanted an excuse to make a montage of me throwing fruit at this target. Here are the results, starting with the coconut. You know this crap's gonna hurt just by feeling how hard it is. Like a wooden bowling ball. Oh dang! Peanuts. These are so tiny, it's almost laughable. Even at high velocity, I feel this is going to fall apart midair, or if it hits you, you'll get a little sting at best. Pitiful. Grapes. Even being generous with the seeds inside, it's gonna be mushy. Like less pain than a paintball. Squish. Feathers. If these feathers were sharpened and shooting at high velocity, you'd be pricked for sure, but I doubt these would hold up at these speeds by themselves. Pineapple. This is a good slug, like a punch to your lungs. High velocity definitely could knock you out. And for good measure, oranges. Mushy and messy. Would hurt, but I doubt much else. If they function as a grenade, it would splatter in your eye, and that would sting. I've narrowed down the top 2 to coconuts and pineapple, which really shouldn't be a surprise, just based on their appearance and how they'd feel alone. I really think the feathers won't do much, even if shot out from a crossbow. Grapes, even one with seeds, are just not very hard. They'll make a mess more than anything. Peanuts, let's not kid ourselves. Patrick Star could take it. I think any of us would be fine. Oranges may hurt a bit, but definitely not anywhere near the level of pineapple or coconut. Coconut has one obvious advantage here, and it's its outside is super hard. But a pineapple, even though it's not as hard, is still a solid piece of fruit. If looking at the weapons these are typically shot out of, you'd have a double-barrel shotgun and a bazooka. Based on a standard 12-gauge shell, it flies at about 1,560 feet per second, while a bazooka 265 feet per second. The bazooka is designed for larger size ammunition, while the shotgun really isn't. But we're basing this off the standard, and that's the standard. I think it's not really a surprise that coconut at that speed will definitely be lethal. If these things fall out of palm trees, it's said that their force is equivalent to a ton when it hits someone. If you're under that, you're done. If a pineapple manages to hit you at the speed it's coming out of a bazooka, you'd be done for sure. However, there is one factor holding it back. Its little flaps would create drag in the air and slow it down. Obviously, I'm no scientist and I hate math, but this counts for something, and we can definitely come to the agreement that coconuts are the DK crew's most powerful ammunition type. You'd be done if hit with one of these, so watch out. It's gonna hurt. Or am I overthinking it? Well, that's all I have for you. Be sure to like this video so it gets spread around, subscribe because you love me, and hit that noti bell for future uploads. Until next time, have a good one!